What's going on, everyone? Loyalist here. Luke from Luke's Points and Miles just came out with a video recently where he goes over 5 different credit card user types. And let me tell you, he hit the nail on the head regarding which type of user I was. I like this video so much that I wanted to make this very video where I add some more detail on each and every user type he mentions. And don't worry, I'll keep it brief as he goes way more in-depth in his original video, and I'll leave that link in the description below. Shout out to you, Luke, and any one of his subscribers. And with that, we'll get straight into it. The first one he mentions made me laugh. It's known as the Cashback Killer, aka the noob, and it's essentially the person that gets 2% back on everything on every purchase. It's definitely a good feeling to get 2% everywhere, because back in the beginning of my journey, I had a card that was giving me 1% back, and I thought I was crushing the game. Down the line, I got the Chase Freedom Unlimited, where you get 1.5% cash back on every purchase, but depending on how you use these points, you could get extra value. I also had the Chase Sapphire Reserve, where I got to redeem my points for a 50% bonus. This meant my 1.5% would really be 2.25% on the travel portal for Chase, which is how I prefer to use my points. Because of this, I didn't have a pure 2% cashback card, but with that, we'll go on to the next user type. Moving on, we got the brand Loyalist, where he has 2 levels, levels 1 and level 2. Level 1 deals with being loyal to a specific airlines. So for example, if you're really big on flying Delta and you have a Delta credit card, you're putting all your spend on that Delta credit card. And if you're in a hub like me, based out of Atlanta, that could be really fruitful. Level 2 deals with both an airline card as well as a hotel card. So as you spend, you're consistently earning points in both currencies. If I was this user type, the 2 cards that I ideally want would be the Hyatt card by Chase, as well as the Delta Platinum by American Express. In my opinion, Hyatt's points redemptions, it's unmatched in terms of the value you can get. On the other end, with the Delta Platinum, every single year you get an anniversary round-trip domestic flight for free as long as you buy the first one. And this being said, with the annual fee, it kind of negates that cost. So for me, it'd be a long-term keeper card. And you're getting free baggage up to you and 4 companions, so there's that as well. This next one made me supremely laugh when I saw his face come up, because he mentioned another credit card YouTuber known as RJ Financial. I watch RJ's channel, and he basically mentioned this user type as the one who's earning 5x on every single purchase. I have a few 5x earning cards, yet the majority of them are more rotational, where every single quarter they may be switching into different categories. A couple of them are going to be the Chase Freedom Flex as well as the Discover It cashback card. For example, and you can definitely get it, there's a 5x gas earning card year round, and that's the card that I'd really wish I had. I had a dope multi-hour chat with RJ Financial. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description below. My favorite videos of his are every week he releases all the news on credit cards, like a summary, so feel free to check it out. But with that, let's keep it going. This next one is when I thought I was on top of the world, where I started coining phrases and terms as if they didn't already exist. I just didn't know it was already a thing. In this case, we're talking about trifecta users, where you're combining multiple cards, usually 3 for a trifecta, whether it's Chase or Amex or other combinations like with Wells Fargo, in such a way that you're getting to cover different categories with your spend, so you're getting the optimal usage of points based on your trifecta setup. My favorite trifecta I always recommend is going to be the Chase trifecta, because it's super simple, where you have increased elevated use cases for the points through Chase's portals, but you also have transfer partners that you don't get with other credit card ecosystems. The Chase trifecta generally, not always, consists of the Chase Freedom Unlimited, the Chase Freedom Flex, and the Chase Sapphire Preferred. And in my case, you're going to switch out the Preferred with the Reserve. I also have the Amex trifecta under my belt, where you have the Amex Platinum, the Amex Gold, and the Amex Blue Business Plus. I mentioned a business card there, and if you're interested in that realm, then you can actually have a quadfecta. For example, with Chase, you can have the Chase Freedom Unlimited, the Chase Freedom Flex, the Chase Sapphire Reserve, as well as the Chase in Cash, or one of the higher annual fee cards on the Chase Business vertical. Finally, with Luke's mention of this credit card user type and the analysis behind it, is exactly why I'm making this video, and he calls it the mathematician. For me, I look at credit cards like they're all keys, and every single purchase is essentially a door. Like this, there's an optimal way to open a door, where if you have the perfect key, you can have that perfect outcome of just open, and it's open. On the other end, if a door is locked and you're trying to open that door by swiping your credit card at the corner, trying to open doors like back in the day, that's like having a 0% or some type of card with 0% earning rate and like an annual fee attached to it. If you find me, there's never a time I have less than 5 credit cards in my pockets, and there's like 15 plus really nearby, whether it's in my car or otherwise. A lot of people get concerned. They're like, what if you lose your cards or someone steals them? What are you going to do if they start swiping and purchasing things? And I say, well, that's why they have the fraud department. And fraud departments for credit cards, they're really, really great at covering yourself, but I digress. In his video, he talks about how these folks will always try to tell others how to optimize, or hey, you're using the wrong card, and items like this, and I definitely was guilty of this back in the day. And then I realized that the unfortunate fact, or maybe fortunate, is that a lot of people just don't care. It's not that they don't care about what you have to say, but it's not like they're gonna change their habits, because unlike most folks, you know, there's the other side of folks. Maybe if you're watching this video till this end, you really love credit cards, or at least you're trying to learn about them that much more. With that being said, I changed my ways from telling people in real life about their credit card habits and how they could do better, to me just sharing what I know and my opinions right here on YouTube. So with that, big shout out to you, Luke, and anyone who's watching here to the end. Here's a shout out to you and everyone who came this far.